Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Costa Games, and today I'm going to bring you 5 tips for new players in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Number 1 is changing the track clue colors. Now, I can't remember what exactly it starts on, but I have mine set to my inactive is white, and my active tracks are cyan. Now, this allows you to see these tracks very well, even in dense cover. This is because there's no natural bright white or cyan colored items in the game, so they're the only things that will glow this color, and it's very easy to see. It helps you out a ton. It's much quicker this way. Your eyes just catch on to it really quick, and you're good to go. Number 2, watch your wind direction. I understand that sometimes you're just not looking in that part of the screen. This happened to me a lot when I first started playing, but as I got more comfortable just looking down and checking it every once in a while, even when you just let's say you find a target animal and you're making your way towards it, just look down real quick. It will save you a lot of tracking. It will save you a lot of running after animals or trying to take bad shots because they're running away from you. These animals will spook due to your scent before they will spook before your sprinting sound. So keep that in mind next time you're making your way towards a herd of animals. Find your feeding, drinking, and resting zone. This may seem silly because you probably bump into them all the time, but understanding when those animals are there and how they move about the map, you start to get a feeling for where they're going to be, what animals are going to be where, what animals are doing what. You can manage your hunts a lot better. You can spend hours and hours hunting for elk, but if they're resting, you're not going to see a lot of them. And it took me a while as a new player to figure this out, and I've been playing this game for some years now. There's a lot of people who pick up the game and complain that, they walked on the path for hours and hours and shot 2 animals. And that's what's going to happen. You have to find these spots where they congregate, and you have to put yourself there at the same time. That way you can see the most amount of animals possible. And this will lead me into my next tip. Number 4 is begin managing your herds. Now, in this game, your animals don't go anywhere. If you never hunted any animals and you just sat there and watched them, it would be the same animals every day, each time. When they come to drink, it's the same herd. When they go to eat, it's the same herd. You will begin to notice patterns in the exact same animals. So what I'm saying with managing your herds, let's say you have a herd of 3 does and 2 bucks. And let's say this is whitetail, you have a class 2 buck and a class 3 buck and 3 plain brown does. If you're going for diamonds, obviously your does don't count. They never will. They don't achieve a rating. So you would work on your bucks. So let's say every day you showed up and shot your 2 bucks, your class 2 and your class 3. Let's say tomorrow you come back, your class 3 is now a diamond potential. He wasn't before, but when you killed him and he came back and respawned. So these animals can come back as variations, like with turkeys. You have a 9 to 11 kilogram, I don't know what it is in pounds, probably like 20-30 pounds or something like that. But that 9 to 11 is his weight. Now, if you shot that turkey and came back tomorrow, there will be another turkey there that may be a little different, but usually that weight stays about the same. It may slip between 1 to 2 classes, but it's not going to be like a scrub buck when you had a diamond potential. It's going to stay around there. So with the weight staying the same, obviously 2 things can change in a buck or a bull or a boar, whatever your male species is that you're hunting. If it's an antlered species, obviously the antlers will change. If you shoot like a 230 class buck, maybe he comes back in that 250 and you get a diamond potential, or maybe he slips down and he's going to be like a 215, 210, 200, something like that. He's not going to be too far off. The other thing that will change on respawn is possibly his coat. Now obviously whitetails have a tan or a brown coat usually, but you can get like a dilute, you can get a melanistic, albino, piebald, all of these different coat variations, and these can also change. and that's what changes with your does. If you're going after rare does, you can manage your does. Shoot your does if you're not just going for money. Like if you have plenty of money and you don't need it, there's not really a point in harvesting does unless you're going for rare ones. So each time you harvest a regular doe or a regular cow or a regular sow, there's a chance they come back with a coat variation. They won't turn into bucks. Your 3 doe 2 buck herd will always be a 3 doe 2 buck herd. And tip number 5, and I feel like this is the most important one for new players. Go watch your streamers and YouTubers and tip videos and trick videos and all of this stuff. Obviously you're here now, so you've already started on that, which is amazing. And there's a handful of streamers and YouTubers that I really like, and I'll drop their names here in just a second, but when you're watching them, watch the locations that they're in, watch the caliber of rifles that they're using. Maybe you are shooting elk and moose and these are big animals you're going after, but you're using like a 243 or a 270 and it's just not quite knocking them down. Like, watch their calibers, you know, watch the feed zones, watch the way they play, watch how they're not just walking on the paths, you know, they know exactly where these animals are at. They go get in their blind and they know where they're at, so they can just sit there and they come to them. That's how this game's meant to be played. Yeah, you can walk around on the paths and maybe shoot 3 animals an hour, but to me that's just not worth it, and I don't think it's worth it to you either. So there's lots of people like Scarecrow, Splinter, the Hunter DD33, Kill Clinton, and Lady Legend. These are just 5 of them that I really enjoy. I watch, you know, a handful of their videos probably every other day. They're really great. A lot of them stream and such. They talk with their communities, and they're a great help to the community, and I'm sure they'd be a great help to you as they have been to me over the last few years. So I really hope this helps you out. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave a comment. If it did help you out, leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. I'm just now getting this channel started up, and I'm really looking forward to putting out some great content. Like I said earlier, I've been playing this game for a long time, and I really hope I can bring you guys something that's pretty useful. So get out there, get to hunting. I hope you guys get some diamonds, and I'll see you guys in the next video.